we were talking about, you got a favorable decision from a 3-court panel in the Ninth Circuit, and then they go on banc. He's asking, well, could you appeal from that 3-court decision? But you wouldn't appeal. It was favorable to you.
Yeah, no, if you won, you wouldn't appeal. Yeah. What you would do is if you lose the en banc, you appeal to the Supreme Court and hope they take it. Yeah.
Let's see. Question: if the Attorney General of New Mexico won't defend this, essentially, is there no one available to defend this in court? Well, I think the Attorney General ultimately said he agreed to provide some legal counsel. There was some lawyer in court who apparently got rather hysterical, I'm told.
I didn't listen, but that's what I heard. It was the governor's attorney, and we just dealt with this last year in California. So we had Gavin Newsom pass a law that said he emulated it on the Texas abortion ban law, where he said, if you sue the government over a Second Amendment violation and you don't win every claim you make, so let's say you have some due process claim, just ancillary kind of on the fence claim, and you lose that one, you have to pay the government back for the full legal fees. So it was just meant to just silence lawsuits against the government. So of course we won. That was probably the easiest constitutional lawsuit I'll ever be a part of. They even agreed to pay our legal fees without much debate after we won. But in that one, it was the Attorney General refused to defend the law. So Governor Newsom's personal attorneys showed up in court and did their best. I mean, they were hopeless. And Newsom didn't appeal the law, so it was just a PR stunt, and it cost the taxpayers, I think, between us and another firm, I think it cost the taxpayers $500,000, and that's just for our legal fees on our side. It doesn't count for all the time spent passing the law, the governor's legal fees, etc. So taxpayers got to pay for Newsom's PR stunt, as always.
Yeah, I know the Second Amendment Foundation frequently gets that kind of reimbursement of legal costs when they win their cases as well. I actually heard someone mention this probably on Twitter. In this particular case, so you guys are fighting in court against this, this public health order. Oh, you're not, but yes, lawyers are out there fighting in court. Can they get their legal expenses reimbursed? Because there's not really going to be a decision on the merits, right? I mean, if it just goes away, if the public health order expires before there's some kind of final adjudication, does that prohibit the people fighting the Second Amendment side of fighting for the Second Amendment from getting reimbursed for their legal expenses?
So now I wish one of my colleagues was on, who is the expert on fee motions, because she does them all the time. She'd know the answer to this. But I believe, and please don't hold me to this, I'll look it up after the show, but I believe that if your lawsuit causes a material change in circumstances, you can get legal fees. So in this case, the order's enjoined. So people who were not going to have a right to carry in Bernalillo County, Albuquerque, now do again. So I unless they were to lose the preliminary injunction, I think this is something I want to confirm. I'm not an expert for fee motions. I think you might still be able to get fees here, but that's huge grain of salt. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll look for your follow up on that on Twitter at Moros Costas.
Yeah.